Okay folks, this is something I was demonstrating very quickly at the end of the session today, which is about sort of just folding up a little book so that we can hopefully just start zooming in on areas that maybe we don't notice because they get lost within the sort of the mass of everything else. This is my drawing from this morning. It's okay, but I just thought I would fold it up as a book, and then it might help me to see things slightly differently. So I've got an A2 sheet here, which is obviously quite big, but you can do this with any size. Obviously that determines the size of the book that you have at the end, but here we go. So what we do first is that we fold it in half this way, give it a good crease. I use a bone folder, but you can use you know, anything that you have. Just give it a really good crease, and then open it up, and then you fold it up to the middle again. Try to be as precise as you can, and then we fold that one down that way and give that a good crease too. There we go. Okay. And then we turn it around, I'll just mine this thing out of the way, turn it round, and we fold it in half that way and repeat. And then we open it up and fold it to the middle, give it a good crease, and then we do the same coming down, and again give it a good crease. So what we end up with is, if I just turn it over, actually you might be able to see sort of slightly better. You end up with 16 little squares or rectangles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut it. Actually, I will cut it on this side because actually means it's a bit easier. Now, because I'm using a long steel ruler and a knife, because of that means I can do it nice and quickly. You can use scissors, that's fine, and you can just put a little dot, because actually what we're going to do is we're going to go from here up to here. So I'm just going to put a little dot in there just to, but sometimes when you put the ruler on you can't always see where you're, and then I've got my lovely sharp knife, so I'm going to cut from there all the way through to the end, like that. And then the next one down, I'm going to cut from there to there. So I put a little dot on there. And if I cut up to that point there, there we go. And then on this side, I'm going to repeat what I've done up here. So just get that out of the way. Okay. There we go. Get that out of the way. So then we have, what have we got here? Oh, it's not quite gone through to the end. There we go. Yeah, I'll just turn that over now so we can see. Okay, and then what we do is we fold it up. So we basically, we're concertinaing it up like that. And then the important thing is that now we go underneath. Okay, and then we go back again. So concertina, right, like that, underneath, underneath, over, and then what I do is I just go through and give each of these a bit of a increase all these lovely folds. You can spend a bit of time doing this. But what we end up with now is we end up with a little book which now highlights some extra areas. So this one actually quite lightly splatters on this page, and this coming down here, even though it doesn't have very much on it. Actually, this is rather nice, coming up through here. And of course you can work on these. Again, you can treat each page as a separate piece, and you can, that's quite nice, there's softness in here, quite like that. Blue piece here. There we go. So you can put covers on them. So you can make a little cover to go on that. And what you can do is also you can see here, you can stick those pages together, and you can stick those to those, so you end up with, you know, they become, you know, proper pieces. I think that's far more exciting to look at than the piece I had just a minute ago. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. So there we go. I might make a cover for that one. Sharpen that off. There we go. So that's our little, make a little sketchbook. There we go.